Alright. So, third stop on our mission is going to be Boreas Pass, which I did find. So while I'm here and the view is pretty and I can think a little bit since I'm not paying attention since the road's nice, let me give you guys this. Let's see. Here, let me do this. Trip B total. I now have 850 miles on the Africa Twin. And I want to give you my first impressions. My first impressions, I don't think anybody should ever give first impressions until they've ridden at least 500 miles, if not 1,000 miles. And I think I'm getting pretty close to 1,000 miles, so I can give you an honest impression of the bike. First of all, do I think it's worth the price tag? Yes. Do I think that it's more than worth the price tag? No. I think they are charging exactly what the bike is worth, because it's missing a few things. Now, I'm not going to go into what those few things are, but a bunch of Jeep guys just living in dust all day. Because it's missing a few important things, a few nice things to have on a bike that costs this much money. I think, it should come with an 12-volt DC adapter, easily. Should come with a center stand, easily. You should be able to get the higher windscreen. That should be your preference, not an order. And it also should not come with crappy road tires. And stupid, if it's a CRF, what does it have the stupid rubber things on the pegs? Come on now, Honda. I know the DRZ did it too, but still, come on. Let's be real. If you're naming it a CRF, which is their dirt bike line, which obviously it's not, but it's a nice tribute. But if you're gonna name it a CRF, you need to muscle up and do some more off-road stuff to it, so that we don't have to do it as soon as we get it. We write out that check or sign that financing paperwork, and then all of a sudden we got to spend another $3,000 or $4,000 to make the bike exactly how it should be from the factory. I don't think that's right. I mean, why am I putting crash bars on this? If it's a CRF, it's a dirt oriented bike, it should have crash bars, because it's going to go in the dirt and it's going to crash, So there's my little rant. But again, am I angry about what I paid for this motorcycle? No, not at all. Not at all. People will always have something to complain about, and that includes me. So, take that with a grain of salt. But I absolutely love this bike. I think it is designed exactly for what I want it to do. And that would be videos like this, the mission, Mission possible. Mission possible with the Africa Twin. That's what I bought this bike for. Look at that freaking scary old looking cloud up there. Jeez. Did say rain showers in the afternoon. The nasty weather is over behind me. You guys didn't see it because I turned away from it, which, don't worry, is a good thing. Okay, Boreas Pass this way, 8. And then Breckenridge. Oh yeah, I guess this would probably be a good time to mention that we're on the last fuel bar. Now, I've never run this bike down low on gas because I have never taken it anywhere until today. So, we have 140.1 miles on the dial. The doohicker says that I should be getting about 50 miles to the gallon. Bike's got a 4.9 gallon tank. It means I should get about 250 miles. So at 140 miles for it to be on the doohicker, that's a little concerning. So I don't know what that's all about. But that guy's got it right. Big old pickup truck. We'll see. We'll see how much I get. Hopefully I don't get stuck on the top of Boreas Pass in the rain. Hopefully I don't get stuck at all. I don't think so. I think I could definitely make it 8 miles. I haven't even, it's not even on reserve yet. It's just on the last fuel bar. And this brings me to another funny thing for me coming from a DRZ, is I was always like, God, I wish the DRZ had a fuel gauge. That would be so awesome. But now that I have this bike and it has a fuel gauge, I stare at it. And I don't want to stare at it. I don't mind on the DRZ setting the mileage and being like, all right, at 200 miles, I should be looking for a gas station with the 4-gallon tank. You know what I mean? I have 50 miles to find a gas station. I should be focusing on that now instead of getting lost or going further into the woods, you know? So with this bike, the fuel gauge is something like, I look at the speedometer to see how fast I'm going, just glance at it, and then I glance at the fuel gauge every single time. I guess I do that in my car as well, but I kind of feel like it's breaking me from the experience. So we're gonna end up over in Breckenridge, and then once we're in Breckenridge, I might shoot what's the name pass for the sunset. I need to meet Miss Stacy before dark. I just said I'll be there before dark, and I think that's legit. Whoa, what do we got going on here? I've been up here before, but it's been a while. Oh, just like a parking area. There now. But yeah, I still agree with my earlier statement that the only thing that's going to get me in trouble on this bike is going too fast on the dirt. I also need to watch, because I took a picture of the bike in front of a fallen-in cabin up on Georgia Pass, which I posted to the Facebook, which is Colorado Dual Sport, all one word, on Facebook. Go like it. And the bike was on an angle, so it was like uphill. It was facing uphill, but it was like a nice little berm, right? So I got on the bike, you know, stepped on the rear brake, put it in gear, went to give it a little gas and let out the clutch, and the rear wheel just starts spinning. And I'm like, all right, so this is note to self. This bike, like, even when you just nudge it, that tire is like gripping and ripping. Like, I guess I should expect that from a 1000cc bike. But again, my limited knowledge coming into play here, I don't know what to expect. So I mean, apparently you have to be even lighter than that. Like, I thought I was being extra light. And even with these semi-knobby tires, apparently not. I just did probably a 15 or 20 mile stint on 285, where it was 65, so we were doing about 70, 75 with traffic. And I can tell you guys that these tires do not have any noticeable vibration over the stock, nearly flat Dunlops. The Mitas E-07s, just in case I haven't said that enough in this video. Their road manners are outstanding. Their dirt manners, exactly what I'm looking for. So the Mitas E-07s give 2 full thumbs up for me right now. I'm just gonna say it. Done. They're a great tire, and they're doing exactly what I want them to do. Should we just chug up this in 3rd gear? Just chugging 30 miles an hour in 3rd gear. This bike just doesn't cease to amaze, man. Another thing I was telling Miss Stacy last night is, on this bike you do not need to pull the clutch in past halfway to shift. And I've developed such a habit of pulling the clutch all the way in on Xena that I can't seem to force myself to stop doing it on this bike. And then you get that little roar before you let the clutch out, so it's weird. Hello? So yeah, I mean, honestly, to break it down 100%, the only problems with this bike are me. I am the only problem with this bike. I guess, you know, right now Hermit would be like, yeah, that sounds right. So, North Ariel Creek. Okay, I think those are trails. I think we figured this out last time. That's an OHV area. Kind of looks like it, huh? Alright. Well, we're going up and over Boreas Pass. And hopefully we can avoid that. I also want to apologize. You guys, I don't know if you noticed it or not, because I stopped noticing it after like 2 minutes. But the entire time we were shooting footage on 409, my camera was like this. So if any of you got car sick, I apologize. I didn't, as I was editing, I didn't think it was too bad, so I went on with it just fine. And as we were riding trails and stuff, you never would have noticed. But if we were riding on pavement, you totally would have been like, why are we like this? So if you did notice it, I apologize. But I had no idea. I didn't even look at my camera. I was just too busy trying to get Miss Stacy through the hardest ride of her life. That poor girl, man. Thank you guys so much for all the positive comments. I did tell her about them and show them to her, and she appreciates it. She says she never wants to do that again. Lies. If presented with the opportunity, I have no doubt in my mind that she will immediately throttle on. Because that's just how she is. She doesn't really have a choice in the matter. She's just gonna try and go up the hill, and then, like she said in that video, get to the sand and start crying. But yeah, she did an amazing job, and I was super proud of her, even though she wasn't hearing it from me. I don't know, you guys probably haven't even seen the end of that series yet. That series is another couple videos long. We shot 2 batteries, and all of it is gold. All of it's good footage. But yeah, she's a trooper. I love my wife. She's a sweetie. She's a brat. She's a huge brat, but she's a sweetheart. And I'm excited that I am on Mission Possible to go find her and a nice air-conditioned hotel room. So when I started in Parker today, it was 95 degrees at about 10:15 a.m. when I left. That is ridiculously hot. I freaking hate hot. And right here, it is 77, which is the coolest it's been all day. Even on top of Georgia Pass, it was 80. Yeah, I think it was 80. But we're under that nice little storm cloud. You know what's funny? I think I remember from the last time I was up here, there was a storm up here too. And we didn't continue, we only went halfway, because we did another ride too. We might have done Georgia Pass too the same day. But anyway, and I think it was because it started to rain and there was a storm. So this might be like 2 times. Wow, sure is pretty up in here. Beautiful scenery. And I know that up here at the top there are a bunch of old mining. Whoa! Alright, first time I've gotten launched out of the seat. Whoa, big rock. There are a couple of old mining buildings, I believe, up here that are either restored or in very, very good shape. So we'll check those out too. I am so looking forward to that entire bottle of water that's in my bag right now. See, I think it would be cool to live in Breck and use this as a cutover to go ride a whole bunch of pass roads from Jefferson. But there's probably a whole bunch of pass roads to go ride the other way too. Wow, that's pretty. Pretty. Oh, sorry baby, I'm taking in the view and again, not paying attention. Alright, so it looks like we're clear. If we get out from under this gnarlish cloud. So what do you guys think? Could I do that hill climb? Hell yeah, easy. Easy. So it's funny, I always say to Stace, like, Xena could do that, no problem. And now I gotta start thinking like, Africa Twin could do that, no problem. But I don't know, that kind of does look Xena-ish, Xena-ly. That's a dumb car to have up here. Not the brightest people in the world. Not that this road is nasty, but still, I mean, that thing was like lowered and had custom stuff on it. Ridiculous. Why would you do that to a nice car, man? Oh, so yeah, I kind of wish I could take all of next week off, and I kind of wish I could have taken last week off, because Miss Stacy is on a mountain run for work, and what that means is, like, they have some work that's built up in regions that are, holy cow, we're stopping here for a picture. They have work that's built up in regions that that don't have a whole ton of coverage, and she volunteered and said, hey, give me everything you got and I'll go for 2 weeks. And I think that's kind of awesome. Every time I see bald mountain top like that, I think red cone. And I think, like, driving down that would be like what we did going down red cone. Can you guys see that? Psychos, I swear. Hermit and I are a bunch of psychos. And then that is like what me and Miss Stacy did on that 409 trail in Steamboat Springs National Forest. That was like what we did. We rode up that, and then we were like, oh crap, we gotta go up that. But it was still all wooded. It's pretty nuts. Pretty cool though. It worked out. That's all I gotta say. Oh man. Look at that. Blue sky. Up, a little bit of rain. Dang it. Did you guys get wet? This is now we're gonna play the game of, is the camera wet and am I gonna smear it? Hate that game. You can see here where some people have made some trails that have been closed down. Coal dust. Whoa. Pay attention, CDS fella. Don't drive off the road, please. Ow. Freaking every time. Switched it back to traction control number 2. That's what got me on that corner. I hope somebody doesn't crash because of that and then sue Honda. I can see that happening. I hope that doesn't happen, but here we are at the top. Ooh. Well, guys, if you want to check out the history, I actually took some pictures of the informational signs, and you can check them out on the Facebook. Again, Colorado Dill Sport, all one word, on Facebook. Facebook.com/you Colorado Dill Sport. Give it a like, give me a holler, chat with me. Love talking with you guys. I talk to so many freaking people now, it's amazing. I have trouble now talking to everybody. I try my hardest, but people have got to understand. When I get like 25 messages a day, each video gets well over 100 comments. It's a lot of work. So I apologize if I miss your message or miss your comment. Please send me a direct message on Facebook if I miss your comment on a video or on the Facebook page. I try to always answer all of the messages that I get on Facebook, and I'm able to be on Facebook while I'm at work, and that makes things a little bit less stressful. So yeah, there's that. So I have been probably this far this way and then turned around and went back. When Miss Stacy and I came up, yeah, so I don't know. We're going towards Breckenridge. I just don't know where or how. So we're gonna cruise. I got Osmond Maps. I bought it a while ago, and I never really used it. I haven't really had an reason to. Well, no, I lie. Tried to use it once when we were out on Frying Pan Road, and I hadn't spent enough time with the app to know what I was supposed to be doing, how to use it, what all the things were, and it didn't work immediately, and it pissed me off, and I stopped using it. Hello. So yeah, totally my fault. But I spent some time with it last night. I figured it out, and now I think I can use it. Campsite. Wow, this is a Purdian. Hermit, you'd like this road. This is Purdy cruising. Wow. I probably should have wiped off my face shield while I was stopped. Oh well. We're gonna get a little dirt McGirt until we get down from those few drops of rain that I got coming up. There's the trail. Oh, just goes to a campsite. So continuing on with my initial thoughts on the Africa Twin, having a little bit of experience with it. This bike, I feel like I made a good decision. I feel like this bike holds enough of an extra slot and does enough different than Xena that I made a smart move. I am 149.3 miles into my ride today, and I literally feel like I've been riding a car, and I've been doing 40, 45 down bumpy dirt roads and up pass roads and stuff, as you've seen, and I feel normal. I feel fine. I don't feel beat up at all. I don't feel tired or achy. It's actually kind of amazing, because I like doing this kind of riding. I know some of you guys like to see the hard trails and like to see the trail specific videos, but personally I like touring. I like going far and finding cool stuff other places, because I feel like I kind of maxed out Xena's range in terms of my comfortability and how far I'm willing to ride in a day on her. And that's like 250 miles, which is still where I am now. But when I ride that far on Xena, if I got off back up there at the top of Boreas Pass, I would be like, oh man, I can't walk, my back, my legs. What is this? What are you? What are you? Oh, you are a closed trail with a gate. Okay. I'm sure at some point you were something cool. You probably still are something cool, but not for me. I'd like to go up in that bowl. I wonder if there's a lot of, what do they call them? Backcountry skiers out here. You see how this pole is right here? That's so that they can plow this road. So this is actually must be county maintained. There was a sign back up there. Did you guys see it? If you saw it, it probably says like, no winter maintenance, November 30th through whatever, whenever we can get a plow up here. I'm sure that's what it says. So yeah, that squeaky front brake is like really annoying me. And it's not even bad, it's just a tiny little squeak. But yeah, I feel like I made a great decision. I'm happy with it. I think this bike and I are going to spend a lot of time together, and I think Xena and I are going to spend a lot of time together. We're just going to be completely separating their applications and not trying to make Xena do something that she was not 100% designed to do, which is what I was trying to do. I was trying to take Xena way far. I was trying to go camping off Xena, and that's not going to work. I mean, I know there's a lot of you guys that are shouting, it would totally work, it's totally easy, and I do it every day. I'm sure you do, and I'm sure you have a ton of fun doing it, and I appreciate that. But for the kind of things that I want to do, this is going to do it much better. It's more pre-made for that application. Oh, this thing is cool. So there was a gentleman that sent me a message on Facebook like yesterday of this. And he was like, hey, I just went up Boreas Pass. And I was like, hey, I'm going to go up Boreas Pass tomorrow. So, for the life of me, I cannot remember his name. Baker's Tank, milepost 102.16. This tank served as the Denver South Park and Pacific Narrow Gauge Railroad, later the Colorado and Southern, from Como to Leadville. Had 63 miles of track and 435 curves. The longest stretch of straight track was 1.6 miles. This line was begun October 2nd, 1880 and completed February 5th, 1884. It was abandoned April 10th, 1937. Tank restored by Summit County in 1958. Thank you, Summit County. If you turned that on and I was right where I was, me and this bike would be down that hill. So thank you, Summit County. That's kind of cool. Cool thing that you did there. Who dis? You are open to... Oh, now the rear brake's squeaking. You're not open to anything cool, as usual. Those signs make me sad. Boreas Pass is OHV. Why is that trail not OHV? Well, one side of Boreas Pass is OHV. That's ridiculous. You know what that is? That's two different counties, one being a douche. One being cool, one being a douche. And they just happen to join forces right at the top of Boreas Pass. That's exactly what that is. My guess is this side... No, I think this side is the side that's open to OHV. I don't know. I'll save my opinion since I don't know. Oh, check that out. That's dope retaining wall. Nice. You see how it's bowed out? That's crazy. Hello, people. Gorgeous spot. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh yeah, Africa Twin. So it is seriously quiet. I may start looking into an aftermarket exhaust just so I know that it's running. But again, like, I would get something like the Q4. Like, even though the Q4 is not all that quiet, I want something that's maybe even quieter than the Q4 instead of the PowerCore 4. But just to open it up, it seems like headers and an exhaust would make the largest difference, as they did on Xena, as they would for any engine. So, I don't know. Once I get crash bars and all that other stuff, that will be $600 or $700 down the line. Because the crash bars and all the other stuff are super freaking expensive. These bikes are not cheap. So what do you think? I assume that they cut all this down, like cut in here, like by hand. Crazy for the railroad bed. Can you imagine that, going up there and just freaking pickaxing the boulders and stuff? Because I assume they had, I don't know, when did they invent dynamite? Because it was like 1802 they reached the top. Did they have dynamite in 1802? That's a legit question. I don't know. Historians, did they have dynamite in 1802? Because if not, cutting that hole sucked. Let me guess, another cool trail. Only for mountain bikes. Let's see. That's a cool spot, man. Oh, why would you have this stupid thing all the way up there? Yep, not open to anything cool. Dang it. Story of my life. Mountain bikers win again. I'm okay with mountain bikers. They can win every once in a while. They're not a problem. That's cool. That's a great way to lower the amount of people that can get to your campsite. They don't know this road, so I can't really book down it. I want to because it's nice and smooth. Oh, I bet you this is beautiful in the fall. All these aspens. This reminds me a lot of the end of the pass over by Twin Lakes. What was it? What was it called, guys? The one right before Frying Pan Road. Wow. Holy cow. Check that out. Well, if there was ever a spot for a picture, that's the one. Yeah. Beautiful. Alright. Let's finish her off. And finish off this mission. What do you say? This may turn into a feature-length movie. So we're going to be coming down into Breckenridge. They had a TV show about one of the pot places in Colorado. It was actually a pretty good show. I don't think I ever finished it though. So I like to watch TV series, which is why Netflix works for me 100%. I was totally that guy. That downloaded movies and stuff. Like, I was a total little pirate, and I'm no longer. But what I was mainly interested in downloading was series of TV shows, so I could watch them all uninterrupted. I would have paid for it, even when I was younger. Oh, this is cool. Wow, man, they freaking, holy cow. We gotta stop and look at that. That was killer. Oh, man. Can you guys imagine? Can you guys even imagine trying to get through that? That's crazy. That is crazy. Possibly with just pickaxes. Craziness. And then they obviously had to build this because there was nothing here. Wonder what all that is. See all this? You know what I'll bet you all this is? I'll bet you all of this discolored right here is ash from the trains burning coal. That's probably a really steep spot right there. They probably and like really had to ramp up to get up there. So it's probably all ash. Fairly certain. But yeah, so Netflix. I'm totally in love with Netflix because it has TV shows, and usually when they have a show, it's all of the seasons that are available, and you can watch them all in a row and have no problems doing it. Alright, so this looks like the parking lot on the other side. I feel like I was going to tell you guys about a specific TV show, but I can't remember what it was. And now all I can think of is Hell on Wheels, because that is a great show. Go watch Hell on Wheels. Anson Mount, the main character, awesome dude. We like Anson Mount. He can get endorsed by Colorado Dual Sport if he wants to. And here we are in the lovely town of Breckenridge.
So I think I might have found her. Hi. Hi. How are you?
Nerd.
Mission accomplished. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.